So for 27, we are 2 points, and we're told it's a linear relationship. So that means we can think of a straight line going through these 2 points. And we're asked, first of all, to compute the constant rate of change between these two. So that's really a word, the rate of change, also slope. And what we can do is line up the points again. That's negative. It doesn't matter. You can put whichever one on top. 2.6, 20.02. That's 1 point. The other point is negative 5.2 and 1.3. 0. What I like to do is we're going to subtract the x's straight down by just lining them up. So 2.6, a minus and a minus make this a plus. So 6 plus 2 is 8, so the decimal point. 2 plus 5 is 7, and it's positive, right? Then we're going to take 20.2 minus 1.3. So think of this, right? This is going to be a minus. This became a plus. So doing the subtracting, 0 minus 2 is still 2. 3 minus 0. This way, 3 from 10 is 7. 1 from 9 is 8. And then there's 1 left over. So 1872. Tuck this underneath. And then we just divide. 18.2, 18.72. Let's clear this out. Gives us 2.4. And what that is that's our constant rate of change. And notice it's going upwards, so it is positive. So you can think of it, here's the line going like that. 2.4. True or false, the value of y in this relationship will always be 2.4 times the value of x. Now, what they're getting at is it does x and y change proportionally? Well, remember, that gets back to if it started at 0, 0, then they would be. But because it doesn't start at 0, 0, it's actually, right, here's our y-intercept, it's some other place. Like at this place, x is 0, y is not 0, right? And that's the thing that gets it. If you take 2.4 times 0, you get 0, not whatever this value is, not what the y-intercept is. So this is going to be false. And the reason it's false is because we didn't start, the line doesn't start at 0, 0. It doesn't go through 0, 0. What is the value of y in this relationship when the value of x is 1? So here's x. What is y's value here? Well, we've got the average rate of change. So thinking of our equation, y equals mx plus b, we know the slope is 2.4. And all we have to do now is find what b is. Well, we can't tell from there. What we need to do is plug in one of the points. And it doesn't matter. I'm going to go ahead and use maybe this one because they're both positive. So then to find what b is, you would say that y is 20.02. Equals 2.4 times x. X is 2.6 plus b. 2.4 times 2.6. So I've already got my 2.4 here. I'll just hit times, so it's taking the answer, so it's taking 2.4 times 2.6. It's going to be 6.24. So now I need to subtract 6.24 from each side. that will give us our value for b. So b, this is 0, is equal to 13.78. And when you look at what the points are here, it's about right. So our equation for this line is y equals 2.4x plus 13.78. And we want to know what y is when x is 1. So we can just plug in 1 for x. That's going to give us 1 times 2.4 is going to be 2.4 plus 13.78. So we add those together. 7 and 4 is 11. Carry the 1. 3, that makes that a 4. Plus 2 is a 6. Plus the 1, so we got at 16.8. Now they ask us to express y as a function of x. Well, that's what our equation did. And I did it this way because that's kind of the only way I knew how to figure out when x is 1, what is y. We needed to really get the function, right? But we've already got that 2.4x plus 13.78. Determine the values of the horizontal and vertical intercepts of the function relating the values of x and y. So I'll just leave it here. Horizontal intercept, that's going to be where y equals 0 and x is some value, so we'll figure that out. The y-intercept is where x equals 0 and y equals a value. And what we did is, that's your y-intercept is this value we found here in the equation, right? That's your b, 13.78. So we could go ahead and list that. The vertical intercept is 0, 13.78. The horizontal is going to be where y equals 0, and then we have to figure out x. So we come back to our original equation and we set that equal to 0. So I can take our y equals, we'll put y in for 0, or 0 in for y. $13.78. So we will subtract 13.78 from both sides. Here we get 0. We get negative 13.78. And then divide, to get x by itself, divide both sides by 2.4. This becomes 1. Notice we're going to get x is going to be a negative value, so I'll go ahead and put that there. I just need to take 13.78 divided by 2.4. And to 2 decimal places, that's going to be 5.74. Negative 5.74. Again, if you come back to the original, this was negative 5.2. So 5.74 seems about, because we're going to get further back, seems about right. Just a judgment call. And so that was number 27.